Good morning, children. So we have seen motion chapter 2 topics. Let me recollect those topics. So in this chapter, what we have learned: reference. Reference point is very important. The starting point which we consider for calculating the distances and displacement, that point of reference, the starting point, is called reference point. Mostly in the graphs, the origin, the starting point would be the origin. Means any place, starting point. It is not necessary that you should be the reference point always. You need to mention that the other point as a reference, then automatically the situation will come into the picture. Let us see an example. If I ask you to say like this: whether our school, Vignan Steel City Public School, is it farther or Hyderabad is farther? Which one is farther from Old Gajuwaka? So did you see I asked that our school is farther or distant, or Hyderabad is a distant place from Old Gajuwaka? So did you see I did not ask you to compare these distances from your side or from your angle. I said to check the distances from Old Gajuwaka. What is the reference point here? From Old Gajuwaka. So the Gajuwaka, you will keep yourself as a reference. From there you will calculate. You will definitely see the answer. Sir, Hyderabad is it. Hyderabad is the farther. Reference, the point where we start to count, that starting point we will call it as reference. And also we have seen distance. What is distance? The actual path traveled by the person or object or vehicle is called distance. Distance is always positive. And also we have seen displacement. Displacement. The distance between, or the shortest distance between the starting point and ending point is called displacement. If you have seen this picture, recollect this picture, and I have moved from A to B, this is the actual path. I call it as distance, and the straight line, the shortest path, is called displacement. And also we have done some problem. And we saw speed. Average speed is equals to total distance by total time. Speed is equals to total distance by total time. And speed with the direction. Speed with the direction, we called it as velocity. And what is velocity? Velocity is nothing but displacement by time. And we saw the acceleration. Before acceleration, it is good to understand uniform motion. Uniform motion means if the object is moving with same speed at all times. If speed is not changing, then we will say that object is uniform motion. If object is in non-uniform motion, means its speed is changing. If its speed is changing, we will call that there is some acceleration. That acceleration is nothing but rate of change of velocity. Mostly velocities will be measured in kilometer per hour. So we already have seen 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5/18 meter per second. This is the conversion factor. So today the topic which we are going to discuss is about graphs. Graphs. Now I want to mention our present day situation. We are seeing every day different news about the coronavirus. Every day the coronavirus number is increasing. Today, if you see the coronavirus total number of people who got affected is about 2.7 lakhs. On cell, when you look at the news, you might have seen the graphs also. The coronavirus graphs means the days and the number of people who got affected. So they have given the bar graph. Bar graph means every day how many people are this, and they have done the curve, and the people are waiting for this curve which is going up wants to become flattened, and they want it to reduce. Whenever the curve becomes flattens, that shows that there is the particular spreading of corona pandemic is under control. But till today, even for today also, you can see that curve is going up. Hope so that within future it will become flattened and then it will be reduced. You can see in New Zealand they have reported 0 cases in that country. Even in India also it happens. Hope so the best. There we saw many graphs to explain the situation. So by looking at the graphs we can understand the current situations, what is happening, and easily you can imagine that particular situations. Even in this condition, in this chapter also, we are using the graphs. Now, today's topic is we should draw the graphs, that is distance or displacement time graphs, velocity and time graphs. These two different types of graphs we are going to see. And in each, distance and time, in each, we are going to see the first, the object is moving with uniform motion, means the velocity is c. Second, non-uniform motion. In non-uniform motion also, we are going to see mostly 100% we will have the graphs with uniform acceleration, means velocity is changing with regular intervals of time, and very few with the non-uniform acceleration. So, how many different types of graphs we are going to see? Displacement time with uniform motion, displacement time with uniform acceleration, displacement time with non-uniform acceleration. 3 from one side. The same 3 we will discuss with velocity and time graph. Velocity and time graph with uniform motion, velocity of time graph with uniform acceleration, velocity of time graph with non-uniform acceleration. Totally 6 graphs we are going to learn and we are going to understand. Everyone, so please be ready with the scale, pencil and your notebook. Look that notebook has sufficient number of pages. Maybe we use many pages to draw the graphs. Okay, totally 6 different graphs we are going to see. Now, first of all, let me come under basic explanation of the graph paper. So, we are not using the graph paper now, but in examination we must use the graph paper. We must use the graph paper. Graph paper, instead of graph paper, what we are going to do is on white notebook we are drawing one horizontal line and one vertical line. Where they meet, that particular point we will call it as origin. The horizontal line you can call it as x-axis. That x-axis mostly we will use as time axis. We call it as time axis. So time is on x-axis. This is y-axis. If I have taken distance or displacement on y-axis, then this graph I will call it as displacement time graph. See, which graph we are calling it as a displacement time graph? On x-axis, time is there. On y-axis, displacement is. displacement. So that's why we call this graph as displacement time graph. Now the other one. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, time. On y-axis I have taken as velocity. What graphs we are going to call this one as? These are velocity time graphs. Hope so that you understood now. So now let me recollect what we are going to see now. Distance or displacement time graph with uniform motion, distance time graph of uniform acceleration, distance time graph of non-uniform acceleration. So when we draw these graphs, in that particular situation, you have to write on y-axis displacement, on x-axis time. When you are drawing the velocity time graphs, you have to write velocity on y-axis, time on x-axis. So 6 different graphs we are going to learn basing on the values that we obtain. Every graph will help us to understand that particular topic in a better manner. Are you ready? Okay.